One of the most dangerous mistakes you can ever attempt in your life is assuming that just because you are good at one thing, you must be good at everything. This misunderstanding, in other terms, is called a big ego. Coming up, we will be exploring this with some of the benefits and how to overcome it. What's going on, guys? Richard Rozza with the Personal Development Channel. In this episode, I'll be talking about a destructive ego, a little on the psychology behind it, benefits it can have when in balance, and tips that can support this. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, and if at any point you like what you see, give it a like. Let's get to it. Don't let your ego get in the way of success. Contrary to popular perception, ego is beneficial. It's an ingredient of your neuropsychological system. It boosts self-worth and protects your self-image. But when your ego gets to every little or big matter, then you're in trouble of hindering your success by yourself. So what are the aspects you can do to crush your false ego, and why should you? So let's talk about what psychology says about this. The term ego was coined by Sigmund Freud. Psychologists consider ego as the self-conscious system. Freud identified 6 elements that go into ego functioning. The first element is insight. Individuals with high levels of insight know how they feel, what makes them tick, when and why they have conflicts, and what they need to be fulfilled. People who are lacking insight engage in more psychological defenses like denial. This type of person is generally clueless about who they are, or try to convince themselves that they are something they're not. After a lack of insight, the second element of ego is the lack of agency and self-directedness. Low agnetic people have no direction, due to which they feel directionless and dependent on the whims of fate. The third element that contributes towards the ego is low self-esteem. People with low self-esteem have poor directedness. These people don't accept their faults due to the fear of being judged as a fool, due to which they are being looked as people with big egos by other people. The fourth element is empathy. A key aspect of ego functioning is the capacity to understand others in a sophisticated manner. Less empathetic individuals are more egoistic because the only thing they keep an account on is their feelings and emotions. For this, a modern psychodynamic treatment called mentalities is used. It teaches people steps to develop less judgmental and more vibrant narratives for explaining the actions of others. And then the fifth and the second last factor is lack of purpose. Purposeless people behave in erratic and inconsistent ways, due to which they catch conflicts on minor matters in order to boost their false egos. And then the last element, according to Freud, in ego functioning is a philosophical point of view. All these things also suggest that ego is a healthy part of the brain if used wisely and moderately. An excessive amount of everything, even beneficial, is responsible for self-destruction. So how will you identify that you're letting your ego ruin your life? If you're not sure, then start with identifying these signs. You want to talk about yourself all the time. If not possible, you want to talk about yourself before asking about the other person. You are happy in the company of flattery people. You feel better about yourself while talking about others' flaws. You always want a comparison of yourself with others. You are offering unnecessary destructive criticism to people around you all the time. You feel jealous when others are being praised or they accomplish something. You blame others when things don't go as expected. All of those points of being egoistic sound detrimental to other people only, but we are often unaware of how deeply they harm us if not treated at the right time. A few of those reasons are: your ego holds you back from succeeding and keeps your happiness away from you. It discourages you and you become unlikely to succeed because you fail to believe in yourself. If you have a big ego, you find yourself 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You want to succeed, but you don't want to be judged by other people. If you have a big ego, nothing is enough to feed it. It will overtake you through a needless emotional roller coaster, keeping you discontent all the time. You fill with envy and jealousy because there will always be someone better than you. So what should you do to fix it? Naturally, you feel threat, fear or embarrassment when you first notice your ego. But it's okay. Don't let these ugly thoughts dominate over the idea of changing yourself. Start with applying these techniques. Be honest. Suppressing emotions can develop anxiety and depression. Say goodbye to the lies if you want to do something against your ego. Most of us have heard of this, the truth will set you free. When you are telling the truth to yourself and others, you don't hold any burden and you can be yourself. Practice letting go. The most powerful tool that can aid you to let go of your ego is to learn to forgive. Forgiveness will remove the negativity to allow room for new experiences. Cooperate rather than compete. Collaborate rather than show that you know best. Work with someone rather than be the big I am. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy who you are outside the shell of what you behave to be in public. Get rid of the person you pretend to be, and when you're on your own, be yourself. When you perform this activity in private, you'll be encouraged to do this in public. Remind yourself why it's beautiful to be yourself. And then practice gratitude. It's not happy people who are thankful, it's thankful people who are happy. Take some time to appreciate people, experiences, mistakes that are assisting you every day. Okay, so challenge time. Take 5 minutes every day to be with yourself in silence, because sometimes in silence you can find the answers that the voices never can. And then take a further 5 minutes every day to think about all the people, experiences, lessons and mistakes you are thankful for. Share your challenge experience with us in the YouTube comments or tag us on Instagram using @Rozza Mindset. That's it for today, everyone. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed the content, give it a like. If you'd like to be notified of when new episodes are released, then click the little notification bell. If you'd like me to expand on anything that you see, please comment below and I will look into it. Please share if you feel this could help someone you know. And finally, come and join our community on Instagram, Facebook or LinkedIn. All the links are in the description below. This has been Richard Rozza. Stay safe and keep active.